Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Off the Bench Sports Prep News. This face you're looking at right now is a tired face. Long day on yesterday, but glad to be able to watch my first glimpse of spring football here in the state. It was really wonderful. Again, I want to real quick shout out. I think the name of the group was Pure Officiating. They are obviously the entity that you go through if you want to be a Big 12 official. They had probably 75 guys out there looking to either retain their citizenship as a Big 12 official or new guys coming in trying to become a part of the Big 12 as a collegiate football official. So kudos to them, man. I never heard of a college preparatory system coming to a high school and using a high school team to prepare for college play. So that was really big for the state of Louisiana. Again, thanks to Pure Officiating, uh, thanks to Coach Marcus Randall for getting all that stuff taken care of as well as Coach Jerry Phillips of Easton for just allowing all that to happen. Again, it was all kind of college coaches out there looking at the talent that was displayed yesterday. Really great game. So yeah, I was really excited about that. You can go check the scrimmage out on Off the Bench Sports YouTube. It's there for your visual display. Joining us today, we got some really great guests. Um, first guy you probably seen on here. It's been a little minute though since he's been on. I'm gonna have to ask him why he's such a stranger. But very lovable guy. Most people call him champion. Most people call him champion. He's one of few. Please welcome Madison Prep Chargers head football coach Landry Williams. What's up, coach?
Hey, what's going on, man? Appreciate it.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Hey, man, thanks for having me on.
Welcome back. Hey, I told the people I was gonna ask you this, so I gotta ask you, man, why you been a stranger, man? You don't have to be a stranger. You
Been in the lab, man. Been busy trying to get these guys ready to roll. Get ready for spring ball. We had a lot of things going on, so but it's been busy, but it's been a challenge. But we're happy to be in the position that we are right now.
right. You've always shown a great love for challenges, and you've overcome through the biggest challenges of adversity, man. Let's start off because it's been probably 2 years since you've been on.
Yeah.
And so let's give the public a little bio on Landry Williams.
Okay. Again, my name is Landry Williams. I'm from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I played my prep football at Glen Oaks High School in the early '90s. I went on to play for Pete Richardson at Southern University, SWAC All-American, MVP of Bayou Classic and Heritage Bowl. I had a short stint in Calgary Stampeders in Canada and in the San Diego Chargers. Uh, Been around the area as a head football coach. I was head football coach. Well, I started off my coaching career at McKinley High School as a wide receiver coach, girls basketball. From there, we went to Clint. That's me.
No, that's me, coach. Hello.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm back.
All right. Yeah.
Was offensive coordinator in Clinton in the early 2000s. My first head coach job was at Scotlandville High School. Um, Led the guys they had for the first playoff appearance in 25 years. Coached some great guys with Brandon Bolden, Devin Gerald. Those guys went on, had a little, actually, Brandon Bolden's still in the NFL. I think he was the New England Patriots. Devin Gerald was All-American at Ole Miss. Uh, he just coached some good football guys, and still in the game. Went on to Punkapee Central, had a short stint there. Had a great job, did a great job there. Glen Oaks High School. We got to the quarterfinals. They hadn't been in the playoffs in about 9 years. I think Dak Prescott took me out in the quarterfinals up there in Halton when he played quarterback. And and the rest has been Madison Preparatory Academy. I've been there. This is going on my 4th year there. My fifth year part of the organization. 4th year as head football coach, and been had some great years. I've had like 11 win seasons, and also a state championship under my belt there. So it's been nice.
Right. Man, that's a lot of people can boast of winning, uh, going undefeated. Not a lot of guys can say they've done that. It's a really great accomplishment, great achievement, and we salute you for having multiple um, seasons where you were undefeated. Where are we gonna start at?
Well, actually, I didn't go undefeated. I had like 11 win seasons where we won over 11 wins coming into a program. That's
Oh, okay.
starting your program off and being able to get those wins. And it just speaks volumes of the hard work of my assistant coaches and myself and the dedication of the kids that we coach. So it's been good. Been a nice little run the last 3 years with COVID and all those things taking place, and we still was able to find ways to win. In a situation like that, it really again speak volumes about our head coaches and our assistant coaches, and in our organization as a whole.
Right. You guys as a whole over there at Madison Prep, you guys have built a really hefty resume of winning, and you know, winning breeds more winning. Success can only breed more success, and that's why you guys keep being atop the food chain, and no matter what it is. I'm sure last week at the state track championship, you guys had a few guys that hung the gold medal around their neck, as you always have done. I'm trying to see. I'm trying to figure out a good place, a good starting point
Okay.
for us. Uh, what is this process of the closing of last year to this moment now, knowing that you guys, had to replace Quincy Wiggins and several other guys that were really phenomenal. What has that process been like of getting the younger guys to buy into what you're doing?
Well, it's really not that hard getting buy-in because when you're a part of a winning organization and program, you're gonna be a part. You're gonna get on board or you're not gonna be on board. So just getting the guys back. First of all, you try to get as many kids signed as possible, and that posed a lot of challenges because of the transfers. The transfer portal and things of that nature kind of a little more challenging. But we lost 25 guys, 25 seniors. I only dressed probably 45 guys. So we definitely going to be a young team coming in. We started our conditions and things of that nature in early January as soon as we got back from the Christmas break. So we just been grinding ever since. And you still have your guys in track. You still had your guys playing basketball. Win the state championship in basketball, and we had guys running track. So actually, this week here was the first week of ever getting everybody back together. I'm sure I'm not the only program that goes to that. Woodlawn, they've been doing a great job with there. My homeboy Marcus Randall and Tremont Douglas over there, and it's just been a challenge. It's playing a lot of young guys that hadn't played before, and just bringing them to the varsity level. I mean, it's the difference. I coached with a gentleman named Albert Turner, and he said it's different when you're playing varsity. Varsity. So it's just a different, and I play a tough schedule. I don't really sugarcoat my guys. Either we want to play hard and play solid, or we're gonna get our tail whipped. And it's a process. It's a baptism in there because started off everybody like you crazy playing a young team, but I'm not the one that hide behind my record. I really want my guys to perform well and get ready, to play those 5 games to win that championship. That's what it kind of boils down to me. I want to play well. I want to have a good season, but at the end, it's all about those last, getting to the postseason, playing those last 5 games.
Right,
That's
right.
my outlook since I've been coaching. That's when the rubber actually hit the road, and that's what we kind of like take pride in. In my 4 years there, I've been able to get in the playoffs every year. I've been going to the quarterfinals the last, every year I've been there. So it's good to have a chance to break in there and get that state championship out of the way, and just kind of I've been chasing for the last 25. And it's a challenge. I enjoy the chase. I tell you, man, it's like I can't wait to get to practice. I can't wait to see my guys. I can't wait to, just put them through the process to see who want to be that guy, who want to accept that challenge and replace some of the big time studs we had in the past. Kind of live
Right,
up to the expectation. I have high expectations from my guys. And on and off the field, and it's just great to see those young guys coming in, eyes wide, don't know what to expect. And
right,
you actually put them through the process and watching them mature and develop through those weeks and those days of training.
right, right. I
And
agree, man.
years, what I'm saying? And like you've been with me 4 years, and I really want to make sure that you really represent the program well.
Right, right, right. Coach, I again, our other guest has made it, so
Okay.
I'm gonna bring him in now. This time, I don't know if you are familiar with this young fellow, but he's been to a couple of places, and now he's found a home at Opelousas High School, home of the Tigers.
All right. All
Um,
right.
Prep News family, please welcome Jimmy Zachary. What's up, Coach? Welcome. Welcome to Prep News. Coach Z, can you hear us?
Can't hear. Oh, I know what the problem is. Hold on.
Uh-oh. Signal
Oh,
service. Yo,
all right. I'm good now.
you good now? All right. So, hey, ladies and gentlemen,
Yes, sir.
please welcome Coach Jimmy Zachary, Opelousas Tigers football. Coach, I don't know if you know Coach Landry Williams, Madison Prep.
Yes,
Hey,
sir.
y'all say hi,
Got
man.
what's up, coach? How you doing, man?
Hey, what's that, yeah?
Oh, man, I'm trying to
Hey,
hold it in the road, man. Pray for me.
Oh, come on now. I know you work. I know you're working up there. I know you're working down and out.
Oh, we trying. We trying, man. Trying, coach. We trying. How y'all looking this year, coach?
Hey, man, we working hard. We're a little young, but hey, we won't make any excuses. We just fight it out and battle it out.
Of course, when you know what you're doing, coach, you'll make it happen. You know what you're doing, but you're gonna make it
Hey,
happen now.
I appreciate it.
Yes,
hey, so
sir.
Coach Zach, real quick, we're gonna interrupt interrupt the regularly scheduled programming that's going on to let you give the viewers a little bio on Jimmy Zachary, and then we're gonna go right back to Landry Williams. Coach Zach.
How y'all doing? Coach Zachary, graduated from Opelousas High School. Went to Grambling, played ball there, graduated there, did most of my coaching in Union Parish, Farmerville, Louisiana. Won state championship there in 13. From there, I went to Dumas, and then from there Bastrop, and then East Ascension, where me and Hobart kind of got acquainted, and Coach Donnell Lee, and then I was awarded the opportunity to get here back in my alma mater, man. Try to make a change.
Right. Man, I'm glad you was a little short with that, Zach, because you can be pretty long-winded there at times. Appreciate that, brother. Appreciate that, brother. And look, as you notice, I've yet to hold East Ascension against you.
Man, why you?
I still show you the same great love every time I see you, no matter where I see you.
Because you know what I think it is, Hobart, man. I think you finally figured out I am who I am, bro. Like I ain't gonna.
You think that's what it is?
I think you really I think you understood who I was. Like
Exactly.
Like you may have never understood everything, but I think you understood who I was, bro.
I'm watching you with my good eye right now, Zach. Good eye. Hey, Coach, you got. I think they call waiter boots. Waiter boots. You know the boots you put on when you fly fishing, and it come up to your chest. Zach, don't do that, bro. Don't do that. Hey y'all. Zach, I'm not gonna tell your story on national TV, but we're gonna have a phone conversation about this later. All right. Oh, so
yes, sir.
Back to Coach Williams, my guy. Hey, look, I don't want no Grambling Southern bickering on here. I'll tell y'all that right now.
Southern can't say anything right now. They gotta wear the L right now, man. So right now we high. So at the end of the day, you only good as your last game. I don't want to hear about what y'all did the last couple of years. Go this year, y'all lost. Take that.
I'll take it.
Hey,
we don't take too many now,
and then of course that beat y'all back at a Barco Grave, man.
Hey, I know I just said no bashing. That don't mean sneak bash, sneak diss, none of that, Zach.
You don't want
I'm just again, everybody know we don't do all that on Prep News. We wait till we get off the air and do that.
Okay.
So,
yes, sir.
Hey, look, no, I'm really proud of both programs. Both programs got the new head coach that they wanted for Southern. It's Vince Dooley returning. Southern Knights love Vince Dooley, and you know, for Grambling, we get Hugh Jackson. I'm scared of that one, but hey, yikes. I like the fact that he went and got local guys though and brought them on to his staff, man. That really meant a lot. Congrats to Chris Peters, and I think they said Coach Valdez is at Grambling now. That's the word. That's the word that I got. So
yes,
you know,
another one of his guys on the staff went there too before him. I want to say got hired at Grambling this year also.
I know Chris Peters coached under him when they were at Scotlandville.
Okay, that's what it was. Okay.
Yeah. So again, really great opportunities for some guys to show their worth. Coach Valdez had already been at the college ranks before at Southern. So, you know, again, you know, we're hoping a lot of success. Lord, I'm about to throw up if I have to say this. We're wishing success to both.
Come on, man.
I can't. Hey, y'all. Everybody know I hate Southern. I cannot do that one.
Let
almost,
it out, man.
almost, I almost had a real heart issue right here. The coach, don't put me in that boat no more, coach.
Yeah, let it out, man. Positive, man. You gotta let it out.
I am not a Southern football fan. When your uncle is one of the greatest players that ever put on the black and gold, you can't chip a Southern, man. My uncle was probably the greatest slot receiver wingback that ever played at Grambling ever in life. Google him, Rufus Stevens. Google him. It's my daddy brother. That's my daddy brother. Hey, Uncle Rufus. No, hey, we don't get back to the show, man. Zach, you come in here causing all these problems, man.
I apologize.
Coach Landry ain't never talking to me off the air no more.
It's all good. It's all good, man. Yeah.
Man, you causing all this confusion.
Gonna run across it. There ain't no way around it, man. Ain't no way around it.
Well, and you can't duck it, man.
Oh no.
Let's go 1-2. Coach Landry is always one because he was here first. Coach Zach, you're two. Give us a recap on what the season was like for you guys last year, real quick.
Last year we finished out 11-3. We lost the playoff game in Sterlington. It was a nail biter, but it's kind of hard to win up there now.
I heard about them calls they got y'all on that.
Hey man, but through it all, we had a good season. Guys rose to the occasion. Zion Chris, I mean, he took a young group of receivers to the quarterfinals. Nobody really know who the guys were as a receiver group, but he stepped up and he willed us through some tough games throughout the year. We had the linemen, we had some injuries here and there, in some tough times, but I ain't gonna lie, I was able to put the game on Zion back. He was able to close it out every time, so it was a pleasure coaching him. 4 years as a starter, came in as a ninth grade and played every game as a ninth grader. Total for over 140, almost 135 or 45 touchdowns in his career.
Dang.
Almost 10,000 yards, of passing, and another 2,000 in rushing. I mean, he just was a man, and he gave me everything he had. Anything I asked him to do, run track, whatever he needed to do for the team, he was down to do it. And you don't find a lot of kids like that. It was times that you can push him as hard as you was gonna push him. He never backed down, never complained. So having a guy like that play 4 years for your program and end up signing with ULL really speaks volume. His junior year, we won state championship in football. He won again in basketball, the state champion in basketball, and then won the javelin, was the state championship, throwing the javelin. He only had maybe 3 meets in which he actually threw the javelin, and after the first meet, he was like, "Coach, I'm gonna win the state." And I'm like, "Boy, you want to throw you ain't had enough practice, so you're gonna win the state." You know what I'm saying? Throwing the javelin. But he just grind and press every day, until he was able to accomplish his goal. So, again, having a player like Quincy Wiggins, 6'6", 270, about 2% body fat, if that, that hadn't played, just learning the game, putting the work in, personal trainers, at school all day, getting stronger, going to getting as much knowledge of the game as he can on his own, and with his teammate and with his coaches, and to have him also sign with LSU was big. Another big accomplishment we had, at Madison Prep this year. So hats off to those guys that senior class. They were big. They worked hard for me, and they gave me everything they had, so it was big.
Hey, man, I want to say this, man, about Quincy Wiggins. He was larger than life at Madison Prep, yet he is really one of the most humble kids you will ever meet in life. Like, I don't even know if he was considered an athlete when he got to Madison Prep as a freshman. Like he wasn't playing football at the time, and he was just he was just a kid that was 6'5", 6'6", and as each year passed, you saw athleticism getting better. You saw his body transforming to the
A Greek god. That's what it is. Like,
bruh, bruh, dude, metabolism must be phenomenal because, like you said, you gave him 2% body fat. I don't think he got no body fat. Like he's all muscle, all young man, and so what was it like coaching a guy like Quincy?
again, like you just say, he's real humble. He was really wanting to learn the position because people saw his size and automatically thought, hey, he's a man, he's a warrior, and he didn't know. He didn't know how to play.
Right.
So, just going through the process and, and hearing the talk around town that he's soft, he don't know, and then develop, turning on and develop because they saw the size, but they didn't know he didn't know the game. Man, he was knocking kids out, causing fumbles, and not really understanding what was going on. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
But when he figured it out, man, it got comfortable with himself and his teammates. He made a difference. He was somebody's side that I know opponent was gonna go to the other side.
Right. Coach Zach, what was the season like last year for the Opelousas Tigers?
Man, it was a success, man. Being that my first year, we went 0-5. Coming back last year, man. I want to shout out the seniors that stuck with me because a lot of them fell by the wayside after that first year. Because it's a different culture. You're trying to bring a different type of work ethic. You're trying to bring, different standards and different, demands of the program. A lot of them fell by the wayside. So the 7 that stuck with me, man, kind of led us into the season that we had. We finished up the regular season 5-5, and then we went on and won the first round of the playoff game, and then we lost out to Warren Eastern. Uh, uh, yeah.
I'm not,
So,
bruh. I swear I'm not laughing. I swear I'm not laughing at you. It's just that everybody, like, shit. Everybody loses to Warren Easton, bro.
bro,
It's no shame in who you lost
coach,
to.
coach, man, no, bro. This was one of the most humbling experiences I ever had. Number one. Number two, I grew as a coach that night, coach, because as much as you want to fuss and hey, you should be doing this. Cole, at the end of the day, when they better, they just better, Cole. Like was there nothing you can do. Cole, it was Cole. We looked up in the first quarter, it was 35-0, Cole. Like
God dang,
Cole, Cole, I'm talking about for your blank, Cole. It was bad, Cole. And,
bruh.
being that, we started 14 freshmen last year, man.
Yeah,
So a lot of those guys, man, their headlights, and like I said, it was a good experience, and it's good, experience for them, coming into this season, being that we didn't even have a host of playoff games since like '94,
Yeah,
so although in that regard, you still is big ups, but at the same time, as a coach, a competitor, man, we ain't going out like that, man. Oh no, never. So I, after the game, hey, bro, it is what it is. Just find words to say, all that, that's I'm the first time here coach, so find words to say, and like
you love.
it almost like it's being a dead horse more, man. Like this is our home field, and that'll never happen again. So what I did was took a picture of the scoreboard, and I got it in our locker room. The final score it was
don't
67-7 or
don't,
something.
don't say the final score, bro.
Cole, I'm not at
Let
Cole.
it.
Cole, it's a loss, but it's a lesson, Cole. That's how I take it,
That's it.
Cole. And and
That's
and
it.
and there's more for us this year, man, coming into this year. But again, man, I can't say enough about the seniors, man. Giovanni Gibson, Trent Murphy, Christian Murphy, Jaden Etienne, Terrians, what's the boy name? Richard, those guys, man, they really locked in with me, man, and I'm just happy, that they did have a winning season, and got to get a chance to compete in the playoffs, and
Yeah.
so that's something they never had since they've been, here. Being that I caught them their junior years, you know what I'm saying? Being that, my first year here was the junior year, so up until that point, no, they hadn't made the playoffs. So at least that's an accomplishment for them to say that they was a part of the, the turn when it started to turn and get better and become a winning program.
Right. I got to see you guys play last year when you guys played Bossier. Um, really gritty, gutsy performance by you guys, Coach Zach. What'd your team learn about yourselves after the Bossier game?
I mean, I think most importantly that to overcome adversity. Like it's never over till it's over. You know what I mean? Because we could have laid down a few times. It was when we saw that 6'6" guy on the outside, and my cornerback can't stand up with him. But and just competing, man. Like it don't. At the end of the day, yeah, you want the size and all, but cool. I like the fight and the dog, me, cool. Like it don't have you don't have to be the biggest guy, cool. Just fight for me, cool.
Fight
And
for me.
if you fight for me, cool, we got a chance. And cool, we fought, man, and they was doing some things that they didn't do on film, and we had to make adjustments on the fly. We learned that we can actually learn on the fly and go apply what you're getting taught and the coaching adjustment. Being, because our quarterback a freshman, was a freshman. So, they sending a zero blitz at him every play. So he like, and I'll do the same thing if I knew they had a freshman at quarterback on the other side. So that's what you're supposed to do. So, I think just him seeing that them bullets flying fast at him and, calming him down and hey man, call the protection this way, or hey, if you see him walk up, it was just all grown. I think we grew up, man, that game for sure. I think we grew up that game and learned like we really better than what we think we are.
Right. Uh, I think I want to ask y'all about this real quick. I talked to some coaches about it the other day, and that's your thoughts and or views and or opinions on this new NIL approved uh, thing that the LHSA approved for high school students. If y'all can, if you can, I understand. But t- Coach Land, Coach Landry, it's not funny, man. Stop laughing. It's not funny. Not funny. Come on, tell me what you think about that, Coach.
Well, most definitely. Your inner city schools it's just put you at a disadvantage.
Oh yeah.
It's not a lot of money in inner city schools. So if you have private schools around in the area that have resources that inner city schools don't already have, it's easy to, you know, maybe coerce someone to go somewhere.
Yeah, is that called coaxing?
Hey, I'm just saying they put it out there,
Hey,
and some
hey,
kids and some families actually need the money, you know. So I'm just saying, hey, it makes it interesting. That's all.
Oh
it's that it's
It's
definitely
interesting
interesting.
man,
because
hey,
then what are
honestly,
you going to
I,
do? You going to open up district lines, or you going to do then? You're going to have to sit out to go to another school? Can you just go? I mean, what are we going to do from this point?
right, I don't honestly, and there's no shot at anybody, man, because I'm not the smartest man. Because sometimes when you make decisions like this, you have to think every angle and aspect all the way through, bro. Because
Mhm.
if you don't, it's like you said, Coach Williams, man. What do you do? Okay, I get paid to go over here. Will I still be ineligible? Because I mean, I'm paying you to come play right now. So if you're not in my zone, I mean, if you're not don't have the proper, requirements for me to actually play my first year, how did that work? You know what I mean? So because ain't none of that's defined in the rules.
No.
All y'all said is we can do it. They can get a deal or whatever. But again, if one of my kids want to get paid to go across town, knowing in a regular situation, you're ineligible. You know what I mean? Oh, he's eligible? I think what you might as well do, if you're gonna do all that, just open up co-free recruit, go where you want to go. Cause that's what it is to me. Go where you want to go.
Point, because now you're talking about money now. So eventually it's gonna go to you free to move when you want to move. I think it's already in some states like Florida, I think. You can go the next day. You can go and get suited up and roll.
Yeah, just go where you want to go, because again, it's like you said, when you put the public schools, the inner city schools in a box. Because we already have problems with funding and people giving back and raising money and all these things, sponsors and all these things. So at the end of the day, when you got the money behind you, it puts everything in one box and you on the outside of the box. You know what I mean? So I just say you open it up, make it fair game for everybody. If if your mouthpiece strong and you can get get your kid. Now you still want to pay them a deal, whatever. But to me, I think that's a fair playing field for us, saying everybody could get a NIL deal, and because only a certain amount of people gonna be able to do it, man. A certain group of people gonna be able to do it. Or certain schools gonna be able to do that. But I don't think they really just. You gotta look at that all the way through and through, man, because there's a lot of cans you could open up with that, man.
Yeah.
Or they don't.
How you manage the kid that's making more than you in high school?
Talk to me.
I'm just saying. I mean, that could happen.
Well, let's go this route or this direction.
I'm talking about all of this.
Coach breaking up.
Yeah.
Y'all got me?
No, we missed all that.
I ain't say anything. It's just buffering. I ain't say anything after what I said. Until you make too much noise.
Look, no, for real, Coach Zach, Coach Landry. This was a real situation that Coach Randall posed the other day, and I think Coach Tannehill from Neville. One is, who's going to be responsible for the kids paying taxes on this money that they get? And B or two, who is essentially watching or reviewing these contracts that these kids are signing to make sure that they're not signing their name away if they get popular.
Sound like you saying to me, the agent, and I thought that was against the rules.
That's right. That's right.
Again, though I didn't bring those things up. I'm just asking questions.
Right.
I thought they were logical questions.
That are.
And I did say this, a kid isn't old enough to drink at 15, 16, 17. He isn't old enough to buy cigarettes. He isn't able to go and fight for the country. He isn't able to do anything that's adult-wise. So why are we maybe putting 15, 16, 17-year-olds in the sand pit? Or, oh, no, that's not a sand pit. That looks like quicksand. Yeah. Kid gonna sink behind that.
Oh, I don't like cool. It's wild, man. It's really wild. No.
Again, who does approving NIL? I guess it's called payments. Who does that benefit really in the end?
Hey.
Alumni boot. Again, it's already been for forever, for as long as I can remember. high school coaches have been trying to run bad alumni boosters off for leaving envelopes in kids' locker. Did I say something wrong?
No.
Hey.
Again, at the end of the day, I'm for these kids. That's who I care about. I think everyone knows that about me. And so if a kid loses their name behind $1,500, that's going to be horrible. If a kid loses their name, it should be behind millions. And right. I ain't talking about 1 or 2 million.
Yeah.
It need to be something where I'll be happy as hell, go and change my name and birth certificate and Social Security card to something else, not behind $1,500.
Right.
So again, who's gonna manage? Who's gonna manage these contracts for these children? Because that's what they are. Some of them parents may not get $1,500 at one time. So how do they know about the back end business transactions of what's happening?
But I got another question. This off of the business side of it. I ain't the small. I'm just talking about the coaching side of things. Now let's say you got a kid, Coach Williams, and he gets an NIL deal, right? Your kid defies you and break a rule that you have set for the.
He's sitting.
Exactly. So now this is another issue it brings for coaches, head coaches, for us. All right, you break my rule, you don't come to practice, whatever you may do, because some of them gonna get that big head thinking they more than what they is. So okay, you sit down. So now the person or whoever sponsor gave him the NIL deal has an issue with you because they gave him a deal because people are coming to see that kid play. But if he's not playing in that game, it becomes a problem for you. Now, we need to get this coach out of here because he's not going with the pro.
That's like, I see it coming.
All that's down the pipeline. Like they don't know the problem they create for coaches with this, man. Like that's
coming. Hasn't that happened already before?
It's about the money, man. It's gonna be about the money. You know what I'm saying?
So you're not teaching any type of morals, any type of character. Your discipline gonna be out the window. So again, coach, they're your championship coach. Coach, you can't win a championship without discipline, coach. And if them young kids, I don't give a daggone if he got the deal. But coach, you know how that goes. Everybody gonna see him doing it, and then everybody gonna think they can miss practice when they want, or talk back to the coach because of this. And it's gonna be a problem.
I was gonna say something. I'm gonna let that go. I'm gonna let that go because Zach probably wouldn't be talking to me after the show if I said what I thought just now. Zach, I love you, bro. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, man.
Hey, so what you need to say, Homer?
Hell no. Hell no. Hell
why you keep bringing it up? You obviously want to break. Go, you say what you need to say. But now I will say this. Say what you need to say. Now don't get mad when I say what I want to say too. Now.
No, I'm just saying. I'm gonna tell you to you. I'm gonna say to you whatever I gotta say to you, because
I thought we already over, man.
Oh no, this something about what we're talking about right now that I just think funny as shit in my head, because I can see I'm visualizing you in fall football practice and y'all a day or 3 before for y'all first regular season game, and a kid tell you some crap about, man, I get paid to play. Oh Lord.
Oh, I'm gonna lose my mind.
Bruh.
Yeah.
You know how you know me. I ain't going, Coach. Oh no.
Bruh. Yeah. Hey, what they say?
Hey, Coach Williams made me turn my head to the side, man.
Oh, about to get real.
Coach Landry. What they say? Drop the mic and throw the whole goddamn team away.
Oh yeah, bro. It's gonna be an issue, man. It's gonna be a problem, bro.
I wasn't trying to be petty, Zach. I promise I wasn't. You said,
but you know me though. You know how I coach.
When you said that, I was like, oh Lord, please don't let that happen in Zach practice. I can see you now up close and personal in a child's face. I don't give a.
Oh yeah.
Like you know how it was this one commercial and it wasn't never no words spoken because every word the guy was saying was a explicit profanity. That's what that conversation would be like. Like, nah, that's not dog. You said the wrong thing.
Yeah, it'll be bad for him, whoever the kid will be. So you don't tell me no stuff like that now.
Yeah, I can't hear
Man,
that, bro.
say, bro,
No.
I had another phenomenal question lined up for y'all. But this dude, Jimmy Zachary, just made me lose everything.
Hey man, hey Cole, I'm just trying to bring energy out here, Cole. That's all, Homer,
Bruh,
man. Trying to
bruh,
bring good energy, Coach Williams, man.
Yeah, I know.
bruh,
That's it, Cole.
bruh, you gotta stop, bruh. You gotta
What I
stop, man. You know, it can only be one comedian on the show, Zach. You can only be one comedian on the show. I've been applying for that position, Zach. There only be one comedian on the show.
I'm gonna just be quiet, man. I thought it just crossed the little deal and everything. I'm like, it
It's
just I don't
interesting.
know, Cole.
No, like
Also,
again though, those are things that we have that not only do we have to talk about it, we need to talk about it so parents can see and understand some of the potential disasters that possibly can happen. And if we're not informing people in a real facet, then we're doing a disservice to the kids we say we love. You know, nobody like to laugh and joke more than me. But again, our people, I think it says our people perish.
for lack
Like
of
a knowledge.
knowledge.
Oh, y'all know this. Y'all know that scripture too. Then I thought it was just me. I thought I was a stupid one. But hey, look like I ain't that smart, Zach. I'm like you. I ain't that smart, but I know one or two things, and I
Oh yeah.
know NIL in high schools is very good but very bad, all at the same time.
Yeah, cause you want what's best for the kid, and you want kid, cause some kids are, in situations where they
Yeah,
need, but at the same time, you have to structure that a little better because when you talk, like you saying, Hope, when you talking about a kid name, especially if you projected to go to the league or whatever the case may be, or even a big time college where you could get another NIL deal, people will take advantage of you, put stuff in fine print, where
Right.
bringing it to the parents, and I'm not knocking nobody, but a lot of these kid parents, don't really read contracts and know what they're looking at. They're just looking at the money at the time being. But now,
mm-hmm.
like you said, now you done signed this contract, and now your kid done signed this daggone name away,
Right.
through his whole career. You just don't
Right.
know. And again, it goes back to what we were saying. Do they get a agent because that's against rules? I
Hey,
mean,
Right.
so
no
you got to have some type of representation, man, with these kids with this
That's
contract
right.
stuff,
no,
man.
no disrespect to Muslims, and what I'm about to say isn't meant to disrespect anyone, but kid ain't Muslim, and now because he signed his name away behind $1,500 or $500, now he just got a marker X. Make it make sense. Again, did we really think about this for enacting it?
Hey,
Yo,
It is.
let me
I
ask
don't,
you this right here. Let me ask you this right here. I ain't never gonna be able to get in good with the LHSA if I ask this question. Do us right and ask the question.
Man, ask the question, man.
Man, I gotta weigh my options, bro. This is a big question I'm about to ask.
Man, you already know you're gonna ask the question anyway, Hoover.
Nah,
So I don't
I
even
don't
want.
do that no more, Zach. I don't do that no more, Zach. That's
Oh,
the
you're changing.
yeah. I don't do that no more, Zach. I don't
Okay,
do that no more. I don't
but
know
Hoover,
that.
I'll tell you, if you don't do that no more, I don't cuss no more.
I don't do that no more, Zach. You better stop cursing then, because I definitely stopped just saying stuff out of my pie trap.
Well, I don't go Hoover. I don't cuss anymore, man.
Uh,
I use my words better now.
Ascension Parish has taught me a lot of things. Just saying something out of these teeth and tongue is one of them. I don't do that no more, Zach. I try to be mindful of the things that I say, because people are looking to take the words that you say, even if you say it in the most joyous manner, they'll come back and say, "Oh, you know he was talking about your mama, huh? Ain't said nothing about that girl mama." But that's you live there for what, 5 years, 4 years, 5 years?
Three.
Yeah, you know what a Central Parish is. I ain't got to
Oh
tell you.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Hey, I want to ask this question bad like a mug, but I like Eddie Bodine. I like Karen Hoyt and company. I like all y'all. Hey y'all. Hey LHSA. Um, give me God, bruh.
Oh,
Bro, nah, I am so serious about these kids in this process, man, because it scares me. I have a 13-year-old daughter that appears to gonna be a real studette in damn, that was the wrong choice of words. That appears to be really good in volleyball. She's 6 feet 6'1" already. I'm
Mhm.
looking up to her, and so I want to know what the rules is too. I want nobody to steal my daughter's name, image, and likeness. So us having this discussion, and I know that we haven't talked a lot about y'all programs, but I think this is more important of a discussion because Madison Prep always getting D1 players at their school. Opelousas has some of the best athletes in the state there that attends Opelousas High School year in and year out. You're gonna have that issue soon, Jimmy Zachary, where a kid is gonna come to you and say, "Hey, coach, somebody trying to give me $1,000." Well, how do you handle that? What do you tell your kids, Coach Landry?
You say?
Did a kid comes to you and say, "Hey, I just got offered $1,000."
Keep getting calls in at the same time. I said, what did you say again? Kid come to me?
Yeah, I said a kid comes to you and say, "Hey, I just got offered $1,000 on an NIL deal." What do you tell your kid, man?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know what to tell him. Because I don't want to put him in a situation where him and his family be regretting. So again, you need to have proper representation if you're going to do something like that. You know, you don't know.
But by both of y'all words, then both of y'all just said having an agent,
It's illegal.
and if you go get your family attorney, he's still acting in concert as an agent.
So you got to
So
change more rules to make it right, or you're going to have a bunch of kids being taken advantage of,
that
possibly
one.
advantage of.
oh yeah. I don't. You can't do nothing. And I'm not saying there's no good Samaritans out there. I believe in that, but you just not when it comes to that. Paperwork, business is business. You gotta have the proper representation to even sign the contract, to know what they're reading, to know what you're getting into, to kind of guide you through the process. But hey, I don't know it all. 'Cause I just call football. I'm gonna leave that to the rule makers.
Stay in my lane. I stay in my lane. Yeah.
That's
Hey,
it, Chris.
you know again, bro. At the end of the day, we have to put this information out there, and y'all know me, man. I never know where the conversation is gonna turn or where it's gonna go because I don't do the pre-scripted question thing and all that, and so all I know is I want to be able to help kids understand what the process is for their life, and we don't know how this new NIL stuff is going to affect kids, kids that possibly have no work ethic, now turns into the workout and IQ junkie. All because he's trying to get an NIL deal. And as we know, sometimes it don't matter how good you are. You know, it's a lot of components, a lot of inner working pieces that have to work together in order for you to get a D1 scholarship. So for you to get the big NIL contract, it's going to have to be a lot of inner working pieces that come together and mesh together in order for you to get that financial gain, I guess we can call it. Let's go real quickly into you kind of touched on it a little bit earlier, Coach Landry. What's your schedule like this year at Madison Prep and Opelousas?
Ooh, I don't have them all by heart, but I know we start off tomorrow. We have St. Aug in our spring scrimmage. Our fall scrimmage, we'll play Catholic High. Jamboree, we have Woodlawn. Week 1, we have Brother Martin. Week 2, Southern Lab. Week 3, Scotlandville. Week 4, I think Parkview Baptist. I think that's we're going to start off. Parkview will be our first district game. So, and I kind of made a tough schedule because, you know, we lost a lot of teams out of our district. You know, we lost Brewerly, was always was a great challenge for us. They move up to 4A. West Feliciana, the same, was always a battle. They move up to 4A. And Baker dropped down to 2A. So the strength of our schedule, you know, and it really, again, I focused on those last 5 weeks, is kind of put our team through something. So it kind of like leave, you know, to be honest, you high and us, you
Right.
know, to duke it out for the district title. But you know, but I need to get my team ready, you know, for the playoffs. So, you know, we play tough teams, and I really think if we can come out, you know, in good standings, I think that's going to better our chance once we get to the playoffs.
Right. What about you, Coach Zach?
Same way. Believe the same way, man. You don't. I don't believe in scheduling cupcake games. I don't believe in scheduling
Trial
cupcake.
by fire. They were trial by
So,
fire.
like at the end of the day, you wanna baptize by fire. You wanna get your kids ready and play a tough schedule. So when you get to your district, you can pretty much peak and then get ready for the playoffs. We open up week 1 with Turlands Catholic, and then week 2 we play Natchitoches Central. Week 3 we play Lake Charles College Prep. Week 4 we come to actually come to Gonzaga. We play Santa Mar. Week 5 we play Leesville. Week 6 we play New Iberia. Uh, week 7 we open up district with Cecilia, then Livonia, then Breaux Bridge, and then Beauchamp, the last district game.
Okay, man. Really great schedules for both of you guys. Make sure y'all, once y'all get those schedules finalized, y'all ship them all over to me.
No doubt.
Man, again, not I not a lot of football talk, but we needed to talk about what we discussed, and that was the NIL. Because we, you know, again, a lot of people do not know or do not understand all of the fatalities that can happen from that process. So, hey, thank you guys for joining Prep News. Man, this means y'all really got to come back now so we can talk about y'all football program.
Hey, it's all good, man. You know, just hit me up.
I
Yes,
got
sir.
you, Coach. I got you. Hey, up next, another very special guest who, man, hey, y'all gonna see in a minute. Y'all, yeah, man, I'm I'm be good. I'm be good. I ain't gonna be bad today. It's Friday. Hey, it's Fantastic Friday, man. You're watching Prep News. We'll be back. And just like that, we're back. Off the Bench Sports Prep News. Man, hey, you guys are gonna be really proud of me for our next very special guest. She's super awesome in my book. She's a city kid. She's a city kid. She's super lovable. Uh, I've been I like I've been knew she was like that. I've been knew she was cold because I've been following her a long time. You know, her game Trump tight. I bet she still got a crossover or two left in her too, y'all. So hey, please welcome John Curtis's own. She's made it her home. Uh, please welcome Tamika Johnson. Yay! Hey, Coach. Oh, you muted.
How you
There
doing?
we go.
How
I'm
you
great. Welcome.
doing? Thanks for having me.
Man, hey, this has been a long time coming.
It has.
I'm glad our schedules messed up.
As am I.
Man, hey, y'all. Hey, I know it's a lot of people jealous right now, but don't worry about it. To us, she just Coach T.
That's it.
Like to us, she just Coach T, and she's great at this coaching thing.
All
Like,
right. I'm trying.
no, she. Hey, if you don't know, tell them a little bit about your bio, Coach, so they'll know what I already know.
It's a little hard for me to talk about myself, but
You want I should. The one time I should have took notes in class.
LSU, one of the LSU greats, um, WNBA champion,
Yeah, like that.
two-time back-to-back high school head coach champion. I think that's enough. I've been fortunate in the game of basketball, so I'm thankful for the opportunity that I have. I'm thankful for all the countries I was able to visit and play in. But it's time for me to do what it is that I'm doing now, and that's give back to the youth. So I'm enjoying that.
Hey, it's when you've been a person that have done all that you've done and seen all the things that you have seen, chasing up behind a basketball. I think the most humbling thing you can do is come back and serve people that can't do anything for you. That tells
I wouldn't be who I am, and I wouldn't be a child of the Most High if I wasn't a good servant. Honestly, I don't take my relationship with the Father light at all. And to be able to do things for others that can't do anything for you speaks volume, and it also lets you continue to remind me that I'm being led by the right person.
right. Hey, y'all hear that, right? Sometimes we can't make it about us. Sometimes as the bigger person, you must. In the Bible, they got words like must, shall. Those are I think called key words that you should live by.
Absolutely.
And so when you're humble enough to live your life in a manner that's giving to people again that can do nothing for you, that means you're a very special person with a bigger heart and an even bigger spirit. So what was it like for you when you decided that you wanted to move back to your home state and become a coach? Was that something you talked to your friends about? Was that something you talked to your WNBA coach about? or your mom, your dad, or you just walked into the destiny?
Be able to be completely honest with you, as much as I love the game of basketball, I never wanted to coach. I did not. I did not want to coach. I was just like, ooh, no, indeed. I didn't want to do the behind the scenes work because I had a kind of a front row seat on injury year to be able to see the work and stuff that went in or whatever. I was just like, nah, that's not something that, I want to do. Not that I'm afraid of hard work. I just was like, I'll have my own facility where I'll train and give back to the game like that, and then go on about my day and do whatever entrepreneur vineyard or whatever it is that I wanted to do after that. God said, no, you're not. I need you to go back here, and I need you back for the kids who are tomorrow. I need you for this generation. And I was like, what? Like, well, and then he said, you need to go back to I was like, high school? Oh, I said, God, I thought you forgave me for all my sins. Is it something that you remember? No, because this is torture. But to be able to pour into them and see uh, them prosper and understand that I'm giving them something that they probably wouldn't have had a chance to get from anywhere else. And just to be able to come back home and give back to my state in the way that I think that God would like me to. It's been a pleasure so far.
Man, I meant to tell you this earlier. So, and I hope this would have been a great thing. So you remember the other day I told you I was trying to give you a special guest. Well, I thought I had Qiana Chaney.
I thought that's
Man, she ended up she had first told me, yeah, I'm gonna be able to be on, but then she had something with testing where she had to proctor. This is the last couple of days of testing at Southern Lab.
right.
And so she wasn't able to come on this morning. But
Right.
you are one of few, yourself, Qiana Chaney, Cheryl Ford, um, all have had really illustrious careers and decided to come back, again, come back home and give back. So when you have kids that are these young kids today, they don't know how to Google number foolishness, and so kids that don't know about your background or just come in the gym and see you as they entered McKinley when you were there, and now Curtis. Have you ever had to show a kid that, hey, I was like that in your young coaching career?
Oh, absolutely. Still to this day. We didn't have Google. It wasn't no go Google Cheryl, Tina Thompson, or Cynthia Cooper, or Dawn Staley, or it wasn't no Google. It was turn on your TV and watch the Olympics. Hopefully,
Right.
you see some college games or something. We didn't have Google me and all this kind of stuff. I can tell these kids that, and they still don't care. Like, okay, I'm telling y'all things, and I'm only giving you things to help you. I need you to understand that my time is up. It's my time. It's my opportunity. Now it's opportunity for me to give you all the tools that I've learned and everything that I've accomplished over these years. And it still wasn't registered. I said, okay, when I come in here tomorrow, see this whistle, I'm putting it down. I'm not your coach. They was like,
You-
all right. I'm telling y'all right now, when I come in here tomorrow, I'm gonna scrimmage against y'all. I'm not y'all coach. Don't ask me nothing. Don't even approach me. Since y'all think y'all have already arrived, since you think you've already figured it out, I'm gonna show you how it's really gonna be. And I
Still quick. Are you still quick as a hiccup?
might be a hiccup or two. I don't know if I'm as quick as the first hiccup, but I still got some quickness in me. Get in the gym and get after it a little bit. But I got in. I came in and I got after him, and I literally showed them how it was gonna be, and then I brought somebody else in with me. I said, "See that one right there? She thinks she didn't arrive. So you can start off on it, and when you get tired, tag team. We it matter." And I said, "As a matter of fact, you go at me. Since this is what you think you want, come get it."
She had the worst day of her basketball life.
So much so that our assistant coach came to me and said, "Coach, we're still going to need her, so you might need to back up on." He banned me. He has banned me from practicing against. He was like, "There's no more Tamika Johnsons around here like that." So, yeah, coach, you can't play no more.
Hey, but sometimes you got to shut these kids up, man. Sometimes their ego get bigger than their game, and,
Yeah,
and they need that. They need that whipping.
you can't have a penny work ethic with $1 million dreams.
Right,
You
that
don't
one.
work hard, you don't want to do this, and you don't want that. I said, "What you think? Somebody gonna give it to you?" I said, "And I'm the perfect person for you to look at. I'm small. Everybody told me that I couldn't do it, that I wasn't gonna be able to do it, and I wasn't gonna accomplish it. So I don't know anything else but to work hard." But I said, what I have is something that y'all don't. And I said, and it's not even the talent, because y'all are talented. It was like I said, I got heart. I'm a competitor. I don't back down from a challenge. I said, and there's two things. I don't care how much basketball I know. I will never be able to teach you heart and effort. And if I have to teach you
Right,
that, I'm not the coach for you.
right, right. Because you should reflect who I am as a coach.
Exactly. So I've had to show them, and I still get in and shoot against them. I'm kind of like almost undefeated. I was like, y'all keep testing me. It don't even matter. Still got it a little bit.
Little bit.
So
I bet it's more than a little bit. I get to ask most coaches this question, but their background isn't yours. They haven't traveled around the world, uh, tossing the ball up, um, being a lockdown defender, and all the great qualities you had as a ball player. But who were, like, once you finally said this is what I'm gonna do? I know for me, and I always tell people this: Stuart Scott is my guy. Like, I consistently and constantly go back and watch Stuart Scott interviews because to me there was no one better than Stuart Scott. And so for you, you've been a player your whole life, and although you've been around a lot of really great coaches, it's just a lot. Like, once you finally knew that you were going to be a coach, even though it's the high school level, how'd you decide on what type of coach you wanted to be?
that's an interesting question. Somebody else asked me, who do I model it after? And I honestly decided that I wanted to be the coach. Some of them that I had, some of them that I had that I didn't always agree with. But I also wanted to be the coach that I was as a player. I'm a point guard. So I knew being in that position, you get to learn the personalities and you got to know how to manage people and things differently. So being a coach, I know everybody's not the same. Um, and being in that point guard, I knew there was some that I can get on and say what I need to say and brush off. There was some I needed to talk to in the corner. There was some that I just needed to give a look to. There was some we just had an understanding or whatever, and it was just managing personalities and understanding my teammates. As the coach is just understanding my players, taking the time to get to know who they are. Sometimes perception becomes reality to a lot of the people around, and some of these kids have these hardcore shells on the outside and soft as some pudding on the inside. Don't take the time to crack that shell and try to get to know them, you will never understand how to reach those players. So I think I had a lot of practice at it by being a coach on the floor anyway from my position. Um, and just trying to make sure that I was always honest and upfront with them. I don't want to tell them what they want to hear. I don't want to be the coach that I didn't want, while still
Right.
also managing and understanding the things that I had to do and utilize as a point guard and make it and try to make it to fit who's the coach and make it work for me.
You've always been the one, be it coming out of Barnable, LSU, wherever you went. Like you said, you're the point guard. Now that you're at this lower level, the lowest level, the purest level of high school sports, you know every aspect of how to teach a kid how to be a point guard. And again, I know that I haven't seen it yet. Maybe pre or maybe future there'll be some girls that Curtis that are 6'6", 6'7", 6'8", 6'9", 6'10", as a
Women,
coach that
women right there.
no, this is a real question, coach, because I'm just curious. I know every aspect of guard play. How when you need to teach Biggs post move, or I know the boxing out theory is the same. Defense is still sitting down and moving your feet and all those things, but the intricacies that make the biggest difference between guard play, wing play, and big play. How do you stretch that out to teach the kids the individualistic drills that they need to be better, to make the team better collectively?
Well, all sharp people got big people sitting on the inside of them, right? Honestly, to be honest, I think a lot of it start with the and I've been fortunate by being a point guard. I've been the point guard for some of the top post players in the world. Um, and I remember having to pass the ball to them, asking them what they're working on, why it's important for them. And stuff. If I can't teach you anything, I have enough people that I can pick up the phone to ask questions about. I'll bring some people in. I'm not trying to make it like I'm everything and all this kind of stuff. Yes, there's certain things that I don't know and don't fully understand because I never had to play in that position. I just knew how to get the ball to them. If your footwork this way, I know I can get it this way. But right now, and on this level, it's just making sure that they have the proper footwork that they need to be able to do some of it. These kids are so talented, so you don't have very many of, like I say, I don't have, like you said, I don't have 6'5", 6'6", 6'7", 6'8" kids or whatever, where they just gonna dominantly stand on the post and just dominate like that. No, I have some players that have some size that have guard skills. So it's like, okay, we're gonna work on your footwork and give you the basics until we understand that you have this part down. When it's time for somebody else to come in, then I'll do what I need to do to bring those people in to make sure that you have that other part added to it. So other than that, I just go off the game and watch it as much as possible.
Who who do you attribute your passion and desire just to be the best at helping create better young ladies? Who gets some of the credit for that?
Well, not some of it. Okay, God, of course, but my grandmother and honestly, like my grandmother and my mom are two of the most strong women that I've come across in a long time that actually cares, that cares about the youth, cares about kids, and cares about people. My grandmother was an educator, and she cared more about who I was as an individual and what I was going to become in the classroom than she did about me playing basketball. She knew that I was talented in it, but she never allowed me to settle. She always stayed on me to want more and to always be there for others. And it's also something that I think I inherited. It was in me from a young child to be able to be there for others, to be able to give back, to be able to look out. I'm the oldest of my siblings, so you already have that natural instinct to be there for people that can't do anything for themselves. Being the big sister and making sure that your siblings are okay and taken care of. It's a natural thing for me.
What's it like for Tamika Johnson in managing egos? You receive a really talented gene pool of ones and twos that you specialize in ones and twos. How's it managing those egos and again taking over a story program like Curtis that they were already champions pre Tamika Johnson.
They were, and let me tell you something. That class had graduated. That class had completely gone. So it was almost sort of almost like a rebuild, and that's what people don't understand. People think that I went and took over a program that was already, yeah, they had won 4 in a row. That class hadn't graduated. There were 2 or 3 kids, maybe 4 kids that was left, but they didn't really play as much, so the, they didn't really have the ego because it was kind of like them waiting their turn. I actually had to build and create a team. So because I inherited the kids that was left here that were probably bench players that didn't really play as much as the class that hadn't graduated, or the ones that was talented but didn't really know that they was talented. I didn't really have to deal 100% with egos. I actually had to coach them to be the phenomenal athlete that they have the potential to be, because they wasn't sure. They wasn't sure of how talented they really were. They weren't sure. They wasn't sure of um, the skill that they really possessed or whatnot. So it was like pulling teeth to get them to see that I saw something different. This is not a knock on Coach Ferris at all. Our coaching styles are totally different. I'm a point guard. She's a post player. We coach from 2 different perspectives. So it was
Right.
like re-identifying what it is that was important to me, what I thought, and how I can help them to become the best um, version of themselves. They knew who they were under Coach's Ferris system, but they weren't really sure of it, and they was unsure of themselves. So now it took me a year for sure to kind of deprogram and reprogram them into them believing that you are here for a reason. You're supposed to be here, and even though they said that, you know, everybody only won those championships because of Jaquin Jordan, I didn't have to deal with any uh, strong personalities because they wanted to prove, and they bought in. They wanted to prove that they were capable of winning, and not saying that they won because of somebody else that was no longer here. So it actually worked out in my favor to not have as much as people think that I really had, and it gave me an opportunity to be able to pour in and instill in them that they're capable of doing more than just being a coattail rider.
So they really had people trying to discredit the work and knowledge and gifts that you and your team obviously work for, because again,
Listen,
nobody's laying down because Curtis walks in the gym.
listen, they when I first took over Curtis, we weren't ranked in the district. Um, they said that they know it's a rebuilding year, no expectations, like all that. I was like, okay, somebody must have forgot to tell me because I don't operate like that. We go under the district. Um, we supersede all expectations. It's COVID year, so we canceled some of the games. I played the minimum games that I can play to make sure that we can go over, to make sure that I kept my kids healthy, because I had like I had like 8 or 9 players on the team, but I only played 6. Um, and was hoping that nobody didn't get in foul trouble, so it gave me time to spend with them, learn with them, whatever. And then we're down 7 with 3 minutes to go in the championship game, and we end up winning by 4 on an 11 point swing in 3 minutes. So after that, I was like, y'all can say whatever y'all want. Not only did not only these kids buy in, but we proved to you that we're capable of doing more than what you want to give us credit for. So yes, it was a lot of discredit, and a lot of people think that I left McKinley to come to Curtis. That wasn't the case either. I left McKinley because my piece was worth more.
There you have it.
And then once I left McKinley, a couple of days later, someone reached out to me and told me that they heard Coach Ferris was leaving, and somebody that I respect, and was like, send your resume there now. And I was like, well, I don't know. It was like, send it. I sent it, and they asked me to come in. But I didn't leave McKinley to come to Curtis at all. That was not the case. It was a lot
Hey,
going on at McKinley that I just said, God, I can't.
hey, I don't, again, as they say, I wasn't a fly on the wall. Nor did I know anything about any of that. I just know that I went to McKinley on the nights that I could, to come watch you coach because again, I remember when you were at LSU and my son was a little tight. I'm dragging him to the girls' games more than the boys' game because that's just how good y'all were.
Right.
And so I've always been a big fan. What is that young lady's name? She's from Arlington, Texas, number 23.
Destiny Hughes was. Oh no, Allison Hightower.
That one.
Allison.
Like the lefty was like man, I used to love to see her let it fly, man. So
Running flow.
I've just always been a fan of you guys. And I've said this publicly. Tina Thompson is just, I absolutely love the way she played the game.
Absolutely.
And she played it bold and out loud with her bright red lipstick.
Absolutely.
So you can't, the game is just what it is. You got to be a part of it to understand it. But at the same time, I think you said it a little while ago. You can't have a penny work ethic with $1 million dream with a penny work ethic. Like, so you got to do the work no matter what. How much do you guys put into off-season workout and conditioning, and how much of that comes from things that you did over your careers from the numerous great teams that you guys played on? How much do you recollect those drills and say, oh snap, this will be a good one for us to work on this, that, or that?
I give them all to them. I tell them, because of the talent level that I have, it's not always preparation for now, it's preparation for where you're trying to go. And where you're trying to go, I've already been. So we know what it takes. And we don't want to give them, we're not going to cut no corners. We're not going to take no shortcuts. This is what it is. There's zero shortcuts to success.
None.
And you're going up underneath me. As long as you're up underneath me, as long as you're going to take those steps. You can't take you. It's like if you go from step 1 to step 4, and then you get all the way to step 20 to realize that you miss what you need on step 2 and 3 in order to get to step 21. Now you got to go all the way back.
Right.
Because it's something that you're missing. No, you're not going to miss it on my watch. So we give them, I know for a fact, I give them everything that I know that works. And
right.
And here's what work. Hard work. That's what's gonna pay off. No, there's no shortcut. If you feel like though you don't want to be in here today, don't come in my gym. If you're gonna be sulking and it's not your day today, go home. Don't waste an opportunity for your teammates to get better because they spend most of their time trying to pick you up for doing something that you say you love to do. No, go home.
That nobody asked you to do.
Exactly.
Makes sense. So, hey, inside I'm laughing my behind off. Inside, you just said go home if you don't feel like being here today, if you're gonna be sulky and pouty. Now, if those kids choose to go home that day, then what happens?
You let me know where you stand. Everything.
No,
No. You let me know where you are. That's a test right there. So you're like, you know what? That means you're not mentally strong enough to push through. Now, if it's something that is detrimental and it's something that, coach, I'm really having a tough time with X, Y, and Z or whatever, that makes sense and I can understand it. You know what? You need that day. I'm gonna give you that day because that I probably would need that day as well.
But you said go home.
Yeah, for real. Because guess what? Either you go home or it's gonna be a track practice.
Oh, you wanted them. I like y'all.
If we can't get it done in the drills because you won't go through the motions, well, we got to pull it out you some way.
Hey, my son's freshman in sophomore year in high school. He played for a track coach too.
I bet he did.
No, for real. Coach Witt was a firm believer in if you don't want to practice the right way, we'll practice running the right way. And I applauded him for me because at some point, if your kids aren't willing to learn discipline, they aren't willing to be a champion. They aren't willing to fight for the big game.
And here's the thing. You said the one thing, the big game. The big game isn't the basketball game. The big game is life. And that's what people don't understand. If you can get it right now, you'll be able to handle the adversity later up the road. If you quit now, you're going to quit then.
Right.
Basketball is so much bigger than the game. It's everything that we do is pertaining so much to life. And that's how I approach it as well. You're going to be held accountable, but you're going to hold me accountable as well. And I'm going to hold myself accountable. We're going to hold each other accountable for what it is that we're trying to do. If I say that you're going to walk like young queens or whatever, I'm not about to allow you to be cussing each other out and saying, oh, that's not the language you're going to take. We're going to walk with integrity and our character going to be intact. That's the start. Now we're gonna carry that over to what we need to do on the court. We're gonna handle ourselves a certain type of way. And if you don't want to do it, we're gonna be the best conditioned team ever. When everybody else tired, we're gonna be standing up there looking at them because we're gonna get it one way or another.
Yeah, I really, really did know it was a reason why we got along so well. we may be kindred spirits, Coach. I had that same philosophy. You're gonna do it the right way, or we're gonna be the best conditioned team in America.
Absolutely.
Like, I don't care who it is. Hey, so real quick, because man, I'm so really so honored, man. It's been a phenomenal conversation between us, but I know you got to get back to class, and I promise you I wouldn't hold you very long, and I want you to come back, so I'm gonna try to keep that promise. But real quick, tell us about the upcoming summer schedule that you guys are going to be participating in, and then just give us a little final thoughts.
My upcoming schedule, because we don't really have much to do. Basketball doesn't start until October. After we won, I gave them 2 months off. Now we're in the month of May. We're doing strength and conditioning. We're lifting. We're just lifting, not really conditioning, because some of them are playing AAU. The month of June, you belong to me. We're in the gym. Monday, Wednesday, we're lifting and conditioning. Tuesday and Thursday, you're in the gym for breakdown stuff for me. I give you Friday and Saturday and Sunday off to give you the 3-day weekend. The whole month of June, you're mine. July, you go back and you play AAU, as well as some into August. I give you a little time to rest your body. School start back up. We get back to lifting for that month, those months leading up into official practice start. But it's just training them to be and have the mindset of what it is that they say that they're ready to, what they want to do when they leave here.
So you guys don't play a summer schedule during the month of June. Y'all just get better strength wise conditioning.
I think it's important for us to understand the importance of weight. Right now with AAU, now that I'm back home and I see how things are going, they playing so many games with AAU. They having so many practices. They just throwing out there. I need time to break down and still teach the game. And with so many people playing from different areas and different places to be on the team, they can't practice the way that they want to or need to with them still being in school and all this kind of stuff. So I still need to add value to the game for me, for them to be able to understand it. When they come back to me, I won't have to teach everything all over again. So they'll and by them playing AU, at first we were going to do some summer camps, but everybody's schedule is so all over the place. All right, then what I know for a fact is I'm capable of giving you what it is that you need. So we'll get in the gym. We'll work on a few things that we need to work on individually that will come together well collectively for us when we need it. And then you'll continue to get stronger and faster and build on that. And then it gives you time to go and play against the people for AAU. You still getting better. You still getting reps. You still playing. When you come back to me, it's time for us to hit the ground running again.
Right. Hey, final thoughts, Coach. Give me something good. I love doing final thoughts, man.
Listen, man, I definitely appreciate you for having me on. But not only that, just highlighting high school basketball and the coaches around, staying involved and staying active and giving the sports, all sports, their due diligence and their justice. Just staying afloat and letting everybody know what's going on in the world, but letting everybody know that you are 100% following everything that's going on. We can't thank you enough, and I definitely appreciate you for always reaching out, always showing love and always supporting. It's a pleasure.
Hey, again, I had to tell Coach Randall this late last night, after their spring football game. But when you got to McKinley, you didn't know me from a can of paint. And, you could have been like, I'm a celebrity. He ain't nothing but independent media. He ain't nobody, but that's not what you did. Like, you gave me your personal cell number, not, no dummy throwaway phone. It's not been one time that I've called you just to say what's up or how you doing, coach, that you didn't answer my call, or if you couldn't answer, I got a text saying, hey, this XYZ. So for me, if you ain't 100 to the people that's 100 with you, you're a little shit.
Absolutely.
This is what it is with me. So,
right.
hey, yay.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you. I appreciate you.
Yeah,
and I look forward to coming back on.
Really? Hey, I'm still trying to work on that thing because I like stuff like that. I'm a little goofy sometimes. Everybody that really know me know I'm really, really just like, I'm trying to work on the inner comedian in me. It's probably a couple of dollars out there to be made by me, in comedy.
Right about now, man. There's a lot of dollars out there to be made, so go get it. Who am I to tell somebody not to go after their dream? But again, I do have to get back to this class. I appreciate you for having me.
Go ahead. Doubt. Tamika Johnson, John Curtis, Lady Patriots. Thank you. Hey, we'll be back, you guys. Got more guests today. So a third segment. This. Quick break. We're back. Man, hey, you got one more segment today. Generally, we only have 2 segments. This next group of guys, I've been trying to get one of these guys on, seems like forever. Again, he's one of the most humblest men that I know. Really smart dude. Like he's not an SA. Y'all know when I said SA, I'm talking about people who mouth just flip. Nah, he ain't one of them dudes, man. Hey, but I absolutely love this guy. He knows that. Please welcome Liberty Magnet High School Patriots head boys basketball coach and AD Brandon White. What up, coach?
What's up? How you doing?
You got it, man. Hey, bruh, you are probably one of the flyest dressed coaches in the world. You always clean, man. Hey, the White, you ain't just pull that out the box and put it on.
Don't hype me up, man.
What's up, coach?
It's good. How you doing? You good? Everything?
I'm good. Right? Oh yeah, man. Good as it can be every day. I just take it one day at a time, and as y'all young kids say, keep trying to live my best life, man.
That's it.
Hey, can I do it right now? Yeah, let's do it right now. Hey, joining us also from Liberty Magnet High School, newly minted head football coach, Mr. Corey Lindsay. Bam! And just like that, he in like Flynn. Hey, hey, this is not the place that you want to have a blooper. I guarantee you, this is not the place you want to have a blooper. Cause I'm telling you, I'm gonna laugh. If you'd have hit that floor, it'd have been. I'd have had to stop the podcast.
Nah, the light goes off, man, every now and then. If you know you too still in here, so I have to move to get it back going a little bit.
Okay.
Man. Yeah.
Hey, what they say, you better watch how you moving then.
Yeah.
Oh, what that song said? I like the way you move. Blah, blah. Oh, I don't want to get no copyright infringement. Let me stop playing around. Hey, welcome, man. Welcome to the show, Coach. Welcome
glad
to the
to
show.
be on here, man. Definitely.
Congratulations on becoming the. Bro, you just pulled that shirt out the box, man.
No, man.
Ain't no way. Be white. You're not teaching him to become you, huh?
Man, what you talking about?
Be white, always fresh, bro. Be white, always fresh.
We cut from the same cloth, man. You know, we cut from the same cloth.
That's it.
I hear you. Hey,
yeah.
All I can do is throw my hands up at this point. Y'all gentlemen look fresh this morning, bro. I got to give it to y'all.
Let me show you.
I like that red. I like that white. Man, maybe one day it'll be some 3X Liberty Magnet gear sitting around in the gym.
We're going to see what we can do for you.
Oh, yeah.
Sitting around in the gym, you know. Hey, remember them basketball shorts from 3 years ago, bro? Yeah, 3-4 years ago, Coach?
I remember.
Need them.
We're gonna see what we can hook you up with.
I'm speaking Hobart language. It ain't sign language, but it ain't English.
Yeah.
You called that. Hey, real quick, Coach Lindsay. Everybody know Coach White, man. He been on several times, man, but he know why he on. We're gonna start with you today. Tell us a little bit about Coach Corey Lindsay.
Coach Corey Lindsay, man. I'm from Baton Rouge, man. I grew up here. My family's from here. I went to Park Forest Middle. Left there, went on to Capitol High for 2 years. Left Capitol High and went to Scotlandville High for 2 years. And then I graduated. I got a scholarship to go to Southern Illinois. I went to Southern Illinois for 4 years. I was a 4-year guy, true freshman. 3-time All-American, man. I left there. I got drafted 2011 to the Cincinnati Bengals. And I spent 4 years in the NFL as a defensive back. Went to a couple organizations. 2015-16, I finished up, and I jumped into coaching, man. And I immediately went back to Southern Illinois to get my degree. And I was immersed into the student coaching role there. And since then, I've been on downhill. And 2020, COVID year, I actually ended up resigning from my college coaching duties. I was at Pittsburgh State in Kansas at the time. My mom here got ill, and I ended up resigning. And I moved back home, and she ended up getting back well. And I just I got an opportunity to step into high school coaching, and Coach White gave me a call to join Liberty. And he kind of explained what was going on here at the time. It was building, and it was in a great situation, and he thought I would add value to the program. And it was a no-brainer from our relationship, and I inserted myself in the high school atmosphere, and that was last summer. And I just been thriving ever since, man. Been excited, pouring into these Baton Rouge kids. I'm from this. I represent everything that they're about and what I'm about, and my journey's kind of transparent, so they get it. I know a lot of the parents, the uncles, the dads, so being a community guy has been really helpful, and I've been loving it, actually. I've been loving it.
That's awesome, man. Congrats. I may need to have a personal conversation with you, man. Off air. I like that bio, man. I really like that bio. Coach White, I gotta tell you, man, you're building one phenomenal coaching staff at Liberty. You've done it in basketball. Again, little skinny guy from LSU on your coaching staff. He's about this big, you know, when he made his name. But he's grown to be a man that's well respected in the community. Then you got another guy that I think just finished playing professionally that joined your coaching staff this year, Coach White.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So we have Travis Franklin and Chris Gatlin. both of those guys play professional as well.
Yeah, like I get all these millionaires to come home, man, and devote themselves to to high school sports.
Man, it's just it's that relationship piece, you know. Um, we have some good relationships, just like Corey, me and Corey, real good relationship, and it's just about placing good people in the lives of these, young student athletes, both male and female. And so
Right.
that's my ultimate goal while being an AD here at Liberty, is just putting the best people in position to help provide resources for our student athletes and help them get to the next level, because it's about a lot of these coaches that we have on staff here. They've been to the places in which these student athletes are trying to go, and so they know firsthand how to relate to them and tell them what they need to hear in order to get to that point. So that's what it's about here.
Hey, you man, again, I can't tell you enough how impressed I am with the resume of coaches that you're bringing on board. I can't, man, what is that? Oh, Thomas,
Uh-huh.
Tyrus Thomas is also a part of your coaching staff. Little skinny guy. He
Yep.
gained a little weight now, though. He gained a little weight. Not, and then a lot of those guys are really humble too, man. Like when again, we just had Coach Tamika Johnson on, who is like one of the most humblest women in coaching, and she doesn't have to be. Her resume speaks for itself. Her game spoke louder than any word she's ever said, and yet for her to come back home and give earnestly to these kids, it makes you feel really good. What's I'm gonna skip that one. Well, you know what? What's next for you, Coach Lindsay, as far as coming in and superimposing your imprint at Liberty?
Just building and growing the culture. That's the mindset right now. It was in great hands. Coach Dre Troshclair, that's my guy. He left it in great shape. But I wanted to just enhance it and continue to grow it forward and push it forward. And that's our mindset. We have a huge challenge stepping up to 5A in our athletic program, and we have the great kids here to do it. But it's a mindset that takes it, and I know that that's required for all the great teams and great programs. It has to have a mindset and identity. So right now, we're trying to identify that identity and creating that mindset, and that's been my message this spring. That's what I've been harping on, and that's kind of what we're going towards as a team right now.
What does 5A look like for Liberty Magnet as a whole?
You mean teams wise?
Yes.
We'll be entering the district with Catholic, Zachary, Scotlandville, Woodlawn, and Central.
Yeah. You want to hug now or later, or both?
I take them both just because, hey, in football, baby, it can be any given day. And also, I understand that somebody got to line it up. You with me? And I've been on all levels with it. And you strap them up the same way we do. And that's the message I'm giving to my guy. You with me?
Right.
If you expect to take this thing to the next level, this is the type of guys you're gonna see. This is who you want to see. You expect to be a recruited college athlete. That's the environment and the type of players you want to play against. So that's the message I'm preaching to my guys, because I understand how it goes.
Hey, LHSAA, y'all got that district right. Y'all got that district right. Hutch Gonzalez probably going to end up being the football coach at Central. Their coach, he's probably his best days are gone. So Hutch Gonzalez, Crystal Flowers going to Central, Scotlandville, Carlos Sample, and they're getting a new football coach. I haven't heard anything about it yet, but who is going to be Walker has really great coaches, really great kids. Catholic High got my guy Derek Jones. And their first year football coach, I think they won state this past season.
Yep.
LHS, hey, y'all got this district right. Should be a really competitive district. What do you know about the teams that you're gonna have to compete against football-wise, Coach Lindsay? And what are some of the little things that you guys are gonna have to do to be competitive?
What I do know is that they're established programs and they're winning. They're winners. So in our sense, our thing is development. So that's we're harping on development, understanding these guys that's in 2s and 3s year play away. So we want to close that gap, this talent level, as far as drop off from 1s to 2s and from 2s to 3s. Just kind of just creating that urgency of you to play away, and that's what we're developing in the spring. That's why we chose to have an in-house spring game, so we could focus on that development within, more so than other places. With late hire of myself, I wanted to focus on us, and that's my mindset is developing. I feel like we have the student athletes here, but we got to just bridge that gap between the 1s, the 2s, and the 3s. That way, it can be a complete program because these kids are winners. They started the program. They got it off the ground. They won the 4A district last year as a first-year varsity program. So this year is our second-year varsity program. They are winners, but the challenge of lies is just a little greater. And I think we can step up to the challenge, and I think we will.
I've seen nothing but success at Liberty. Speaking of success, that's the guy. That's the guy in the middle of the screen.
Yeah,
he epitomizes success.
correct.
And how do we know that? Because again, he went from, I think they were single-digit win basketball team the first year that Liberty opened back up. He also had to carry the burden of being one of the deciders of changing the name from Rebels to Patriots. That was squarely on his shoulder, being the athletic director. But at the same time, he was trying to, because Liberty is an academic tech school, kids come there are smart as hell. They're not athletes. So you have to take guys and really develop skill set, really develop basketball IQ to have the success that they've had over the last 3 years. And watch this. Let me hear somebody in the gut right now. All 5 kids, all 5 starters from Liberty Magnet boys basketball signed scholarships to play at their next level this year. Coach, talk to us about those kids.
Yeah, so look, that was real big for our program to send all those guys to college. Year in, year out, I tell the kids all the time, winning the state championship is an awesome thing, because you have some history there, right? But ultimately, you want to go on and play at the next level. And so helping those guys be able to go play at the next level was huge for our program. And so we know that all kids, there are different levels of college. There's Division I, D2, D3, NAIA, JUCO. And so our goal is to always send those kids to some level, in which they could play. And so this year we was fortunate to send 5 guys.
Can I ask you to and I generally never ask for this, but I must insist. I must insist that you name names. So start with player number 0. His name is?
Yeah, so 0, Jacob Wilson. So Jacob, he signed with Wichita State. That was big for Jacob in our program. Then next we have number 12, Cam Newman. He signed with BRCC. Then we have number 30, Jaquin Taylor. He signed with William Penn in Iowa. That's an NAIA school. Then we have 31, Montreal Miles. He signed with Heston College in Kansas. And then we have Quentin Henry, number 32. He signed with Alcorn State.
Hey, the first one you said, Jacob Wilson. That one for me is probably one of the biggest victories from a kid ever in the state, because he had a great youth career as in 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, where playing with Sports Academy, they had a really good team, and people said, "Oh, Jacob can't play. He's not really tough." They called him soft, and so again, when you're a freshman and you come into high school and you're expected, because you've had success at a smaller level, and you come into high school now and you're expected to be able to compete at 14, 15 years old. Now you're expected to compete against 17, 18, and some kids that may be pushing the envelope on being 19. Is it supposed to be a comparison there? Like, are kids really supposed to be able to compete with a 19-year-old per se?
No. I'm gonna tell you though. I think that's been a narrative of our program a lot. That those kids are a little soft, and so this is what we always say. Our kids, they come from the same inner city of Baton Rouge as the rest of the kids, and so I wouldn't necessarily say they soft, but Jacob, to his credit, man, he was able to develop early on within his high school career. He was forced to play early, and just like a lot of those guys, and so I knew, just like anything else, everybody you got to get older. So Jacob was 14, 15 playing against 17, 18-year-old kids, and so of course he looked real weak and soft at the time. Same with Quentin and Cam, the rest of those guys, but again, those guys got older, and so they was able to have a really good senior season.
Man, hats off to Jacob Wilson. In my opinion, he was top 3 in the 2022 class.
Yep.
And that's just my opinion. I don't care if y'all don't like it. You ain't gotta like it. That's why it's called my opinion.
Yeah, he had a really good senior. He had a really good senior season. He worked hard over the summer and came back and he did really well for us. So this the 2022 class, they stepped up and they helped advance our program to another level. And so we just want to continue to build upon that success and keep it moving.
I'm telling you, man, the year Javante, I think it was Javante, Malik Wilson, the kid from Woodlawn, Shreve, the year all those guys graduated, I was like, damn, the game not finna be fun anymore, man. Who's gonna step up and bring that real joy that the fans like to see from high school athletics? And then you got, guys like Reese Beekman, my son, Hobart Grayson, Jalen Cook, LaDamian Bradford, and all those guys stepped up. And when they left, I felt I had just that same feeling again, like, who's gonna be the next group of guys? And now you got Jacob Wilson, Dorian Finister, Solomon Washington, Percy Daniels, and now I really got that. I really got that same kind of just stagnant feeling again. Like, man, who's gonna be the guy that's willing to pick up the torch and carry the torch for us in basketball?
Oh, don't worry, it's a lot of kids coming behind. A lot of kids coming behind.
Hey, bro, and they keep. I'm like, me, Coach White. Know me. Like, we've had a lot of personal and intimate conversations, and it's like it's hard to impress me, man.
Oh,
and the older I get, the harder it is to impress me. And then when you live the last 20 years with the best basketball player to ever grace the state of Louisiana, that make it even tougher. So was that petty? Was that petty?
Nah, man. Look, you just said it. You just said it a few minutes ago. You got your own opinion. We can't do nothing but respect.
I mean that one though. Like, that's not an opinion. That's fact. That's my fact. Hey, Coach Lindsay. So look, I know we've been basking in basketball, man. Everybody think I favor basketball more than I do any sports. That's just not true, because I was a football player, and so football will always be my first love. But it's just something about basketball, man. You gotta do 19 things at one time and be able to do some of them all at the same time. What makes the game of football so exciting for you? Volume. We can't hear you. Still can't hear you.
You on mute, Coach.
Say something. I don't know what it is, bro. Yeah, no. Generally, if you're muted, say something, Coach. Yeah, it seems like your volume just not up. You got AirPods in or something?
Log out, log back in. So.
Yeah, try that, Coach. Man, so how hard of it was the decision? You had a lot of that, like that was a coveted uh position there at Liberty, being the head football coach, even with some of the logistics not being set in stone. Uh, how much went into deciding that Coach Lindsay was the guy?
Oh, we had some really good candidates apply for the job, and so the administration, myself, we just felt real comfortable with Coach Lindsay. Coach Lindsay, he's a product of the Baton Rouge area. He's real good within the community. He's knowledgeable of the game, and so it was like a no-brainer. I know that he's gonna do a great job within building our, not building because I think it's there, but with continuing it to be a program, especially going into 5A football. So we were just happy that we was able to bring him in as and name him the head coach.
Right.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah.
Live and in living color.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I apologize about that inconvenience.
You remember the question?
Yeah. You was asking me about what I think about football, and what I like I said, football, we look at that as the greatest sport. When I would say greatest sport, but the best sport to teach you a life. It kind of hones in on the adversity that life brings to you, and we correlate it just with the day-to-day living and how we live it, and an approach to life that you come to football with, and that's just being on time. That's being assertive. That's having mental toughness. That's having overcoming adversity. All those things that you'll be tested with in football, you'll be tested with in life, and it kind of gets you prepared. And any guy who played football, they kind of can attest to that. After you've been through the adversities of football, you kind of be a little more equipped to weather life a little bit. And that was what I got from it, and I kind of passed that message on to my kids, because I kind of went to all levels with it, and I can attest that you need this. You need this thing, that you need the standard, you need the accountability, and you need the challenge of adversity. It's going to teach you a lot about yourself as a person, and it'll teach you a lot about your team. And, sports guys always usually great in work society as well. So I think former athletes transition to work society as well, just coming from the aspect that football requires, and that's working with others. Have to be disciplined or diligent to complete a task. All those good qualities and intangibles that bosses, coaches look for in workers or players. It all goes hand in hand, and I think that's why I feel football is the greatest sport and the greatest teacher to life.
You definitely right, man. You got to have some real qualities to be able to go to each level and be successful, but then come back down and bring other people up. That's a true value and measure of a man, lifting others while elevating yourself as well. So we send you kudos for that, man. I was thinking about something just now, and I really, I'm just kind of inquisitive, Coach Lindsay, about some things, man, because I'm nosy. Uh, that's why we get in the media, because we nosy as hell.
Mm-hmm.
Most people won't tell that truth. But I speak mine quite frequently. Um, the logical decisions that, or what seems to be logical, isn't always logical per football.
Right. Right.
As a coach in high school football, you don't just get to be the head coach all the time, because your school may not be able to uh, give all that's needed.
Mm-hmm.
Are you a head coach that's gonna have to be a position coach as well? And and how adamant are you about guys, or how anal are you about guys playing the cornerback position properly?
Um, just from being a position coach, I'm gonna be a head coach, and I'll be kind of on Nick Saban side. He kind of leans towards the DBs, so I'll probably have a DB guy. I don't right now. Right now, I'm currently taking on the DC and the DBs right now, as I'm still developing my staff. So I still have some hands in on the secondary, just because I'm a DB guy at heart. So I'll always lean that way, no matter in the head coaching role or not. It's kind of my baby, just to be just to be quite frank with you. So I'll definitely be real anal on whatever position coach takes over those guys, just because that's kind of my thing, and I kind of cater to that. But I'm gonna let my coaches coach. I want them to grow and develop. I definitely have standards and expectations of all my coaches, but I won't micromanage them in the way they're doing things. I want them to allow them to grow as well in the profession, because this profession is a hands-on, and it's a trial and error as far as what you can and what you can't do. And I know that from just in my growing phases in the coaching career, because I'm still young as well. But I want to be transparent with my staff and with my players. So we teaching. We want the teaching to be exactly correlation to what we are developing in our standards as a program. So like I talked to my staff, I want everything that's being taught is echoed amongst everyone. We all on the same wave frequency as far as the message we're preaching. I don't want one coach to be preaching off a different message. We want to be on the same tone. That way our staff and our players can see that our coaches are in cohesive with all this. And that's kind of my way of doing things. And that's my approach right now in the spring.
Man, that's superb, man. All that equates to success.
Yes, sir.
And again, I'm gonna say this for the third and final time today. The guy in the middle, all he knows how to do is win. Um, be it Parkview or Liberty from the stretches, or from his time coaching at Louisiana Future. All Coach White has done is
Mm-hmm.
win. He's a guy that's really high on my totem pole. My guy right there. Hey,
Man,
Coach White, final thoughts, man. Final thoughts. Come on.
man,
This is
look,
my favorite. This is my favorite part of the show, because I like the way y'all be giving favor to y'all program. But
Yes. Look, I don't have too much. The only thing, just I like to, we play here at Liberty. We trying to continue to grow and build our program into, across the board, all athletics across the board into, powerhouse throughout the state, in all sports. We're grateful to have Coach Lindsay take over as, the head football coach. Know that he's gonna do a great job. Today we have our spring football game. It's gonna be a squad scrimmage. And so you can come out and get your first look at the 2022 season under Coach Lindsay. So thank you again for having us on here. As always, you welcome over here anytime, man. So
oh
we
man,
appreciate
I got that same message for you and Coach Lindsay. Y'all welcome to come back
Yeah.
and talk about y'all programs anytime, man. You don't even need a reason. Just text me and say, hey, send me the link here.
Yeah.
I ain't bashful at all. And I like to talk too. Like
Yeah.
my friends real life call me 7-Eleven. My never stop.
it. Don't stop.
I talk in my sleep a lot of nights. That's why I can't never sleep, because I be too busy running my pot trap.
Yeah.
Well,
Understood.
Coach Lindsay, you not
look,
welcome back, Coach Lindsay. You not welcome back. You just laughed at me in person.
Nah, we all
Hey,
good,
look,
man.
I
Hey, I'm good.
appreciate
I'm good
you.
with the
I
combo.
appreciate
We
you
can
having
run
me
it,
on
man.
here. I actually got to take another meeting at 11:15, so I appreciate you, and we'll catch up.
Yes,
Final
sir.
thoughts, Coach Lindsay, real quick. Give me some final thoughts on
Final
what you
thoughts,
guys
man.
are looking for.
I'm excited about the program. I'm excited about the direction we're moving in. We have a huge challenge, but we're looking to step up to that challenge. I'm gonna make sure these guys ready to play come fall, and make sure we put a good product on the field that's gonna play hard and compete and represent Liberty Magnet to the utmost, and continue to grow the culture. That's my mindset. That's my vision, and I'm gonna hold these guys to a high standard, and make sure we changing that narrative of our student athletes at Liberty, because we are about what everyone else about, and that's winning, and that's showing that we are capable of winning championships here at Liberty.
Right. Hey man, congratulations on hosting your first spring game. I know
Yes, sir.
it's gonna be super successful, because success is who Liberty the new Liberty Magnet Patriots High School has become.
Mm-hmm.
And so, hey, again, you're welcome back anytime, man. It was great chopping it
Sure.
up with you. Hey, remember, get off the bench, get into the game.